We are back with Tinky Weisblat, the diva of deliciousness. She's just grabbing something.
I forgot the cake.
Tinky, welcome back.
Well, thank you.
What is that over there? Is that what we're going to be making?
That's what we're going to be making, and then you get to taste it.
Can I take a look at this for everybody to see?
The icing melted a little in the car, so
that's all right.
So I put it in the fridge, and then I forgot all about it.
Now, what is a swamp cake?
I'm so glad you asked. So this is a basic applesauce cake, which is like a spice cake that derives some of its fat, which isn't really fat, moisture, let's say, from applesauce. And it's a really good cake, lots of very, very aromatic spices in it. And when I used to make it, well, you can see it's still doing it. I used to make it for my roommate Alice from Dallas for her birthday, which is in September. Yes. And Alice called it a swamp cake because of the nature of applesauce, which is when I make it at home wet, it just has a little swamp in the middle, which you just put more icing in, and then Alice was very happy.
It goes in the worms and dirt category of desserts that you have no idea why you'd give it that kind of name.
Yeah, but it's really good.
All right, let's get to it.
To make it. So here I have some butter and brown sugar and white sugar. It's not a lot of butter because we're going to add our applesauce.
Okay.
But then, of course, we're kind of making up for the no butter by any icing. You can do this without icing. I think we're almost ready for our egg. If somebody would like to.
Should I add it?
Pop my egg in, please. Yes.
Do you trust me?
I trust you, Danny. Of course I do.
Boom! Look at that.
Nice farm fresh egg. Okay, there we go.
Yum.
That's how we do it. Thank you, Lauren.
And that helps moisten it. And then our homemade applesauce. It doesn't have to be homemade. It could be unhomemade.
How come homemade ends up being brown like that?
Because I know there's cinnamon in the recipe because there's a cinnamon stick in it, and also it just depends on your apples.
Shall we?
Sure. Sometimes it's
Full
pink,
thing?
sometimes it's pale. Yep, I measured it. That's half a cup of applesauce. And that's the end of my applesauce from last year. I have to go make applesauce.
What is apple season?
It is. I think I can manage.
I think you can manage.
Okay, there goes that. I'm going to push down the sides. There we go. So we get everything in there. Then we're going to add a little baking soda and salt, please.
I am delighted.
Just throw them in.
Here we go.
Thank you. And then we might as well put them in at the same time. We've got cinnamon. I know there's already cinnamon, but you can't have too much cinnamon.
No, especially with apples.
Ginger.
What was the second one?
Cloves. Smell it.
Okay. Where do you usually find cloves in desserts?
They're very good in ginger snaps, things like that.
Okay. And they're big with cloves.
Oh, wow. You just kicked that thing up.
Yeah, it just came up, right? It's a little like powder that came in the air.
Okay, because now we're going to go slower. Now we just add a little flour, and as you guys probably remember, when you're adding the flour gets gently added, or it breaks down all the gluten.
All right.
Okay, so.
Want to add that in?
Yeah, I should have a spoon, but just dump it.
A little scared for my suit right now. I
can do it.
I'm going to go behind Tinky.
I'm not afraid.
I'll protect you, Danny.
All right.
All of it. Just, hey, I know we could add it a little at a time, but hey, we're on TV, and don't you want to taste the cake?
Well,
that's an important
priority. You don't have
priority.
to ask me twice.
Lauren did a great job. Thank you.
There we go. I could make that even lower if I can. There.
Perfect.
See, it's not a huge cake. It's in an 8x8 inch pan, which is greased and floured, and then we just add some raisins. You can also add nuts. I think the raisins, I like the moisture of the raisins. I like everything to be moist. Possibly the nuts would keep it from swamping. But I like the swamp.
I went to school in Florida, so a lot of swamp in my life, but never thought of swamp as a cake before.
Yeah, me either.
This is a new frontier for me.
Well, I wish I could give it to Alice, but she's in Dallas.
Alice in Dallas?
Yeah.
I'm sure she can hear this. Shout
Alice,
out.
watch this and pretend I'm making it for you.
Everyone wants a piece of swamp cake.
Whoops! I just put cake batter on my hat. Never mind.
Oh, no.
It'll come off.
You want me to eat
How
it
long
off?
do we want it to be in the oven for?
We want it to be in the oven at 350 preheated for about 25 minutes. And what's great about this cake is, at least to me, you really smell when it's done. So yes, you can set your timer, and it's really almost exactly 25 minutes in my oven. But smell, and then you just taste it with a toothpick, and then you try it.
Should we do that too?
I think you might need to try a bite.
Try a big bite of swamp?
Swampify.
Does it come with an alligator?
We could have little cute plastic alligators on the top for a children's
swamp.
birthday
Could
party.
be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do this.
Swamp thing. So you can see the
Danny,
swamp thing taking place.
Well, while you take a bite, why don't you take a